Okay, so we're going to run through this first problem to solve the inequality. So the first step would be to distribute the -1 that is out in front of that parenthesis. So that would become plus 3x minus 18 is less than 2x minus 48. From there, we'll combine like terms. So the opposite of x minus 18 is less than 2x minus 48. We need to now collect our like terms on one side. So I would subtract 2x from both sides. At this point, you could do any of the four possibilities, which would be add x, add 18 to both sides, subtract 2x like we did, or add 48 to both sides. But I like my x's on the left. From there, I would add 18 to both sides, so negative 3x is less than negative 30 when I add 18 to negative 48. And from there, I will divide both sides by a negative 3. Remember, when we divide or multiply both sides of an inequality by a negative, we reverse the inequality sign. So it would become negative 3 when we divide. X is greater than, which I need to write greater, x is greater than 10. To graph that, you would draw a number line. You would find the 10 on the number line, and because 10 is not included in the solution set, there would be an open circle with an arrow going right. For number 2, this is a compound inequality, so it is two parts. We have 10 minus 2x is less than 20, and then we have 10 minus 2x is greater than or equal to negative 24. So we're going to go where the variable is. We're going to undo what's happening to it. So we're going to subtract the 10. When we subtract the 10, since we're doing 2 and 1, you need to subtract the 10 from here and also subtract the 10 from there. So both sides, or both parts. So negative 34 is less than or equal to negative 2x, which is less than 10. From there, we would divide by negative 2 to get the x isolated. So we divide by negative 2. Again, we're going to need to reverse the inequality symbol because we're dividing by a negative. And we would get, we do that, 17 is greater than or equal to x, which is greater than negative 5. To graph this, and I kind of like to rewrite that so that the smaller number's on the left, because that's kind of how the number line is set up. When you reverse that around, you have to reverse the inequality symbols. But we would locate negative 5. We would locate 17, 0 somewhere here. You would have an open circle above negative 5. You want numbers that are greater than negative 5, so that's going to go to the left, to the right. And, because this is an and statement, you want numbers that are less than or equal to 17. So those are all the numbers in between negative 5 and 17. For the final inequality, we have a compound inequality that is an or statement. So you're just going to solve these individually. So subtract 10 from both sides would give you 8 is less than negative 2x. Divide both sides by a negative 2. So x, this would be negative 4 when you divide both sides by negative 2. This inequality symbol will need to reverse. So this inequality is x is greater than negative 4. That is the solution. Or in the second part of this, since we have negative 2/3 as the coefficient of x, we're going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal, so negative 3/2. So that would be x. The inequality symbol would need reversed because it's a negative, and negative 3/2 times 24 would be negative 36. To graph this, we would locate the two numbers, negative 36, negative 4. We want numbers greater than negative 4, or we want numbers less than or equal to negative 36.